Hello folks, this is Raj Sastri from Raj Option Trading. Today I want to talk about my favorite sector. It's electric vehicle and battery stocks. So today is March 26, 2021, and here I've got two images, one from Tesla.com. It's a nice Model S car which everybody loves. And we also have a Neo. Neo is coming up with the SUV as you can think of. So very nice car, and it also has a good luxury outlook. So with that, let's look into projections. According to the research from Markets and Markets, electric vehicle market is projected to grow at a compounded annual growth of 21.1% from 2019 to 2030. So this is a very good outlook. As you know, everybody around you probably might be driving an electric vehicle. So in coming years, more and more regulators are going to have be very tough on these the combustion vehicles, and electric vehicles are going to really come more and more into popularity going forward. So one more trend is really the electric vehicle battery. So, according to this research from Globe Newswire, the EV battery market is going to grow at a compounded annual growth of 16.1 from 2020 to 2027. So, we got two or three themes here. One is EV, electric vehicle itself, which is going to dominate as we go forward. And then we got electric vehicle battery and electric vehicle charging and some of these component manufacturers and picks and shovels at play. So with that, let's dive into some companies and see how we can benefit from this emerging trend. So these are a few companies. There are a lot of very good companies. I just want to talk about few companies here, and we'll jump into more companies as we go forward. So with that, we got GreenPower, symbol GP. Market cap is around 409.68 million. It's a smaller market cap stock. And this company develops, manufactures, distributes electric vehicles for commercial markets, and they offer the bus, the van, and chartered buses, and they're in Canada. And CEO is Fraser Atkinson, and stock price is very low. It's around $19.62. And these guys also got some new purchase order of late from a big transit authority in Washington state. And its CEO, Mr. Fraser, has been buying the stock of his own company last year. So it's a good sign. So it shows the insiders have confidence in this company. So overall, I feel it's a good company. We can go into their growth in a little bit later. Next is Arrival, ticker symbol ARVL. So it basically merged with the SPAC, as you might be knowing, the CIIG merger, the ticker symbol CIIC. So after the reverse merger, now the company's symbol is ARVL, Arrival. And this company designs, creates, assembles electric vehicles, and these guys are in the process of development. Entirely new approach. They do produce electric van, bus, and also micro factories. So it's a very good company, and because of this merger, I think it's all worth around 13 billion, from a valuation perspective. Um, and next we'll talk about Tesla. Everybody knows Tesla. Everybody you any of many of your friends might be driving a Tesla. So it's a big company. It's a $593 billion company, and it manufactures and develops, designs these electric vehicles, and they also have the solar energy and storage systems also, and they're everywhere. They're in China. They're also going into. They're in Europe. Everywhere. 84% approve the CEO, co-founder and CEO Elon Musk. Share price is around 618. So there was some press in the past that one of big bull, Mr. Ron, he sold some of his shares. So I think that's why share is kind of taking it a little bit easy off late, but nonetheless, it's a very good company. So if you look at the news, basically Elon Musk is saying his company's share will basically be bigger than Apple. So it's he's not shy of tweeting, and he's also saying in few months Tesla will be bigger than Apple. So I think Elon Musk is always he tweets these type of things which we can ignore, but he has got a vision for the company. So he really thinks very hard, works very hard for the company. Next is NIO. NIO is often called as Chinese Tesla, about $56.32 billion company. These guys also, design, manufacture, sell electric vehicles in China, Hong Kong, United States, UK, and whatnot. They also offer 5, 6, and 7-seater electric SUV. 90% approve the CEO, founder and CEO William Li. And stock price of late it's dropped around $36. It's a very good company. I would recommend buying on pullback. Next is ChargePoint, the ticker symbol CHPT. Before we go to ChargePoint on NIO, I want to make one more call out. NIO has been struck with this semiconductor shortage. They're closing a factory in Hefei for a week or so. So that's why stock kind of came down off late in like last week or so. It's a good buying opportunity, I'm sure, because of this shortage. Their deliveries will also drop, but it's a temporary phenomenon. I think we can look past this semiconductor shortage, which is impacting most of the auto manufacturers. Next is ChargePoint, ticker symbol CHPT. ChargePoint is again, they had it's again they came to public through a special purpose acquisition company called Switchback Energy. And this company has been, it provides really fast charging network. It's one of the biggest charging networks in the United States. And these guys are in the market since a long time. They've been around since 2007, and they are committed to making it easy for business drivers to go electric. And they also have a cloud platform, so which is a good story. Market cap is still low. It's just merged after the SPAC, and stock price is low. I think it's a good one. You can buy some and keep it for a long time. And 95% approve the CEO here. Next is Flux Power, ticker symbol FLUX, and FLUX is really subsidiary of Flux Power Inc. and they design, manufacture, sell rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. And most of the people, this is used in forklifts as an example, and they also got some orders of late for delivery of this lithium-ion battery packs, and they're working with top 5 global forklift manufacturers. So it's a good story here. They got a lot of orders also coming, and the CEO is Ronald Dutt. Stock price is still low, as you can see here, $12.10. Market cap is relatively low, 153.72 million. So I think this company can do well. They have been doing pretty well of late. Next is Magna, ticker symbol MGA. It's a $26 billion company based in Canada. CEO is Sitarama Swamy, and $86 stock. The way to think of Magna is really, if you look at Apple, Apple depends on a contract manufacturer called Foxconn. And they also work with multiple contract manufacturers. You can think of Magna as a contract manufacturer for electric vehicle makers. For example, we have Fisker. Fisker, they basically approached Magna to produce the car itself, using Magna's their components and their parts. And Fisker, will basically have the branding, and they might have some technology inside from Fisker. So basically, it's a good story. These guys are really, they don't really mind which electric vehicle company they're working with. Basically, they will make sure they produce, they assemble the car together for these multiple electric vehicle makers, and that's how they make money. These guys are really a good picks and shovel type play, and they can provide their services to multiple EV manufacturers. And it's relatively low market cap, $26.25 billion, and stock price is 86.95. Next is Enersys. It's a ticker symbol ENS. It's a $4 billion company, relatively small company. These guys provide energy solutions for industrial applications, and they provide multiple things. They got power conversion, power distribution, mainly for broadband and telecommunication industries. And 40% approves the CEO here, David Schaefer, and stock price is around $93. So this company is really doing pretty good of late. um, I think these guys will continue to do well. Um, Next, we'll talk about Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. And Plug Power is again, it's a very good company. They're into hydrogen fuel cell turnkey solutions, and they're into mobility. And off late, this company's little stock has been coming down a little bit, but overall, a good company. Um, and one small correction here, Enersys actually stock price is around 34, not 93. Just a quick correction there. Next, let's go into the EV ETF. We have various ETF, exchange traded funds, in the EV industry. So as you can see here, um, look at the 5-day return. Almost all these EV ETFs, they are down last 5 days, and same story last 10 days. 1 month, I think one of them, cars, is up a little bit, but most of them is down. So the trend here is off late, like last 10 days, the EV stocks are going down a little bit. Especially, I think one of the issues is really around the semiconductor shortage. But overall, 1 year return, as you can see here, impressive return, even for these ETFs. 1 year they got very good return, with the exception of this VCAR. I think these guys, it's a newer ETF, a little bit negative return here, but otherwise impressive return. Some of these companies, they also have, the bigger companies like Apple, Qualcomm, Intel, Baidu. They also have some of these stocks. So it's not really pure play EV companies. So with that, let's jump into EV stocks and see, what stock we can buy, and go from there. So there are a lot of EV companies. We will look at some of these themes as we go forward. First theme we want to talk about is really the EV stocks, meaning these are the EV car manufacturers. So with that, cars and vehicles. So with that, first one is GreenPower, ticker symbol GP. Stock price is very low, as you can see here, $19. Market cap is also relatively low, $514 million. One thing to notice is really sales is 8 million, so it's a lower base from a sales perspective. And impressive 1 year sales growth, 2081. That's mainly because their base itself is 8 million, so that gives them very big percentage increase. And last quarter over quarter sales is a little bit negative, 46%, 46.90. And institutions are really buying into it. 10% of the institutions are buying into this company, which is a good thing. And short float is not too much. There is some short, but not huge. Gross margin is very impressive, so I like this company. They've been doing nicely. And if you look at 1 year return, very nice, 2081. um, Ratio from a valuation perspective, it's a little bit high, but not too high for a EV maker, which is good. And as you can see here, last couple of days, stock has been in last 10 days, 1 month, stock has been down. Could be good opportunity to pick some up because they're down. They are known to go down and bounce back. Next is FUV. These are a fun type. They will make some fun vehicles like three wheel type vehicles. Stock price is very low, $14. Market cap is 485. And again here sales is low, $3 million. That's why the sales growth for last 1 year, so 1 year is very high, 1085, and they also did well quarter over quarter, which is very impressive. And here one thing I would watch out is really the short ratio. A lot of people are really shorting this stock. That's why short ratio is very high, 23.70. And also gross margin seems to be negative on this company. Price to sales ratio is very high, so that tells me valuation is very high. So you got to be a little bit careful here. Because of these shorts, I think stock has been falling down here. 10-day 16%, 1 month 16%, 3 month again negative. So if the company provides some good news, these shorts will really get squeezed and stock can go higher because it's down last 10 days and last 1 month and 3 month. There is a chance that this can bounce back due to a short squeeze. Next is Workhorse. Again, same story here. It's again, if you look at the sales here, the revenue itself, sales is 1 million. So that's why the sales change itself, the 1 year change and quarter over quarter change, it's a very big revenue growth because it's going off of a $1 million, which is low revenue. And here again, very high short ratio. So a lot of people are shorting this stock. So that's why we got to be a little bit careful with this. And negative gross margin and price to sales ratio is very, very high. So from a valuation perspective, this stock is highest in this group. So I would watch out a little bit. And same story here, 10-day, 1 month, 3 month, people have been, the stock has been coming down because of this short pressure from short sellers. So here also, as if company gives some good news, these shorts can get squeezed and stock can go up. This is a good company overall, and these guys are really doing well. I think there are some negative news in the past because some folks really did not, agree to buy their vehicle. That's why stock came down hard. Next is NIU Niu Technologies. I love this company. It's based in China, and these guys do some electric bicycles and electric, you know, um, basically bikes, motorcycles. $34 stock, and they do have some sales, 358 million, which is good. And as you can see here, 1 year sales revenue growth is good, 403%. Quarter over quarter sales is also good, and good ownership from an institution perspective, and gross margin is good. I love NIU. I've been buying this stock whenever they pull back. It's a good company. Next is REO. I will not cover this in too detail. You get the idea here. I will be looking for the sales growth and the gross margin, and also I'll be looking for the short ratio to make my decisions. And I will also look at the returns. Is it how is it doing in last 10-day, 1 month? If the short ratio is high, if the stock has been falling, I would wait for any reversal signal to initiate my position. And then we got a couple more stocks here. The ones highlighted here are my favorites here. I would be buying these stocks on any pullback. So now let's look at a little bit smaller, bigger EV stocks. These are market cap higher than $5 billion. Here we got NIO, which is Chinese Tesla. Stock price is $36. It's pulled back very hard last couple weeks. And good sales growth here, 1 year sales growth and quarter over quarter sales growth. Nice gross margin, and it can be better, 3.80 right now. And PS ratio, price to sales ratio, from a valuation perspective, it's not too high, but stock has been falling down. 10-day 20% down, 1 month 22% down, 3 months 21% down. So I'm personally buying this stock. Whenever it falls off, it's a good entry point. You can keep buying this. It's a good company. They got good these vehicles. Next is Tesla. Tesla is Elon Musk's company. They've been doing very well. Folks like Kathy Wood, she had been buying this stock off late, and she's a supporter of Tesla. She also made a comment: Tesla stock will go to $3,000 in a couple of years. And Elon Musk wants this company to be biggest company on the earth. So there are a lot of backdrops here. This can play out. From a valuation perspective, it's 21, little higher, but not too crazy. But stock has been falling off a little bit. Last 10 days negative 10%, 1 month again negative, 3 months negative. But it's good on a 6 month and 1 year basis. I would buy Tesla whenever it falls off below say 600. I would buy some and take it from there. GM has been doing some of these electric vehicles off late. They're getting their groove back. As you can see here, their quarter over quarter change is big here. If these guys are serious about EV, I think they can do very well. At least the CEO Mary Barra, she's showing some commitment to really take this company and make more and more electric vehicles. So that's why company has been doing very well of late. I'm a believer in this company. It may not, stock may not do as well as Tesla, but it's one of those old steady Eddie type companies. So you can run through this list here. Now let's go to our next category. Next category is EV battery and charging stocks. EV battery and charging is very good area to be in. These guys really don't care which car company. Could be Tesla, could be NIO, could be something else. These are a picks and shovel type play. These guys can help charge any of these electric vehicles. Here are few of my favorites. I would also ask you to look at some of these price to sales ratio from a from a valuation perspective, and also look for the float itself, short float or short ratio. If it is high, use your judgment. If the stock has fallen down so much, in this scenario, for example, Blink stock has fallen off 27% last 3 months, and it's fallen off 9%. So you could use your judgment and buy a little bit, and you can have a situation where shorts will get squeezed. Same story, Plug Power, good 1 year sales, quarter over quarter sales. I like companies to have revenue growth in 1 year and quarter over quarter also. And gross margin, I think it's 5% now, but it can improve. This is a good company. They've been partnering with multiple companies in the past. BEEM, these guys are also a good company. They have solar based electric charging, $40 company. I think overall it's a good company. They've been doing very well. I mean, from a sales perspective, a little bit low as you can see here, but 1 year return is impressive. And they also have a short ratio here. I would watch out a little bit. Stock has been falling. On a good news, the stock can go up with a short squeeze. Um, Next is, I also like QuantumScape. It's got a good CEO. I would buy this only on pullbacks like the one we have. Not aggressively buy a little bit and keep it. They got a good way of using some of this solid state technology for batteries. And you can see here theme is same. I love the companies with the positive sales growth and relatively better gross margin. These the ones in the bold fit into the category. I would buy them on any pullback. And off late, EVs have been pulling back hard, so it's a good time to buy some and go from there. Next is EV technology and components. These guys are again, they can work with any of these EV manufacturers. Um, One thing I would notice is really, some of these companies, I love these companies like Foresight. I did not highlight because they don't have any sales right now, but impressive 1 year return. I had been buying this company on any pullback, keep it for long term. It's again one of these companies, doing really nicely. Low stock price, and it's not a big heavyweight type stock price. Magna, we talked about this. This company can help any car manufacturer to assemble the car together. It's really, they can work with any of these EV makers. They've been working with Fisker. It's a good company. Aptiv, same story here. It's again good sales growth here, nice gross margin, and you see the picture here. The ones in bold are my favorites. And we'll go into next slide here. This is a quick summary. We looked at a lot of these EV stocks. I know it's mind-boggling to go through all these, companies. The reason I do this is really, if you have a quick summary slide, you can look at this in leisure and make your decisions. The reason I highlighted some of these companies is really they got good 1 year sales growth or quarter over quarter sales growth, and also good gross margin. And they also have, in the exception of CIIC, I think they have merged now. Its ticker symbol is Arrival. But otherwise, most of these companies do have good sales. Some of these SPACs, they're reverse merging and merging, as we can think about. I look for the sales growth, look for a good growth from a 1 year, quarter over quarter, and also a good gross margin and 1 year return. So with that, these are my favorites. Thank you very much. Happy investing.